So we'll start on UJ. Let me clear my chart. So every time frame tells a different story. The most important time frames that are going to tell your overall structure are going to be your monthly, your weekly, and your daily. And then basically our job as a trader is to box in price and then predict what's going to happen next. And we're able to do so by looking at where price has been before. So being conscious of where you are in the market right now is extremely important, but also being conscious of where the market has been before is just as important. So typically the market is going to move in patterns for you. So you'll see like here, prices pretty much come to this same area and rejected off of it every time it's come there. Now, we don't necessarily need to know what price did all the way back in 2003, but just to know what looking left and see that prices come to that area, when price comes back there, we're probably going to be looking for it to push down. And then again, here in this area, you can see price touched here, touched here, touched here, touched here, and rejected back off of it. So looking left and understanding where the market has been before is very helpful as far as understanding where you are in the market. Can you guys hear the Frozen concert that's happening in my background right now? I have a 4-year-old who's obsessed right now, so. For some reason, there's the chat. Oh, now you know what looking left means? I never knew what anybody was talking about either. They was, oh, look left, look left. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, look left for what? Okay. So on our monthly, we basically want to look for our most recent highs and lows. And some people are going to look for the very most recent. So some people would box in price here and here. I like to go a little bit further back personally. And your chart isn't always going to look exactly what like someone else's chart. I like to look in areas where price has come and resisted. So for me, price has come to this area and pretty much rejected off of it multiple times. So even though I'm not including these wicks, I'm including this most recent wick. And I know that when price has come there, those multiple times, it's rejected off of it. So that's where I'm going to put my low. And then my most recent high, I'm going to put here. On your weekly, you're going to look for the overall trend. And I like to, as Gigi says, scrunch it in. Just makes it a little bit easier to be able to draw your trend line. So as you can see, your strongest trend here is a downtrend. Every time prices come here, pretty much rejected off of it. So you have an impulse, correction, continuation, correction, continuation, and now we're starting to get a correction. Just being able to identify those areas and those impulses and corrections and continuations will be super helpful. So even here, you had an impulse, correction, continuation, correction, continuation, correction, continuation. So even as far back as there, you can see where price reversed here. We had an ascending channel, which then put us in our overall downtrend. So then on your daily, again, you're looking for that most recent trend. I don't see anywhere specifically that I need to make a trend line. Now, if I wanted to, I could make one here, but I know that this is overall going to be a correction for me. So I personally am not going to do that. I'm just going to go down to the 4-hour. Again, on the 4-hour, this is where we're going to start breaking it down and kind of seeing where we are overall. So again, if you want to box in price there, we know that this is a correction that we're getting. We're looking for price to basically make that continuation down for that overall downtrend. Is everybody following with me so far? Or if you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourselves. Good. Okay. So then dropping down to the 1-hour, you could say that we got an impulse, correction, continuation, correction, continuation, or we can bring it out further and wait for the breakout. Personally, I'm going to tighten it in there. You can see here we had an ascending channel, which then gave us our reversal down. We got a flag, continuation, flag, continuation. I want to look a little bit. So I would wait for a good correction and then look for that next move down. What do you think, Isaiah?
Yep, that's the same thing I'm looking for. We got nice corrections coming down, and now we just gonna keep riding the wave down.
Yeah, I like that. I hadn't even looked at this week, so I appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So do Is there anyone who wants to mark up tonight? If you do, go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat. I'll do EU and break it down. Lauren, please stop singing. Edna, you're gonna take a stab? Awesome. Edna's new to the family. Super excited to have her. Okay. Alrighty. So on our monthly, what are we looking for? Highs and lows.
Highs and lows.
Awesome. I'm gonna go here and here. Weekly, we are looking for our most recent trend. So downtrend. And then as you can see, so on the weekly, I drew through this wick on purpose. when you go down to the daily, you can see that this wick turns into a candle. So you always want to be aware of that, because just that wick is 100 pips right there. Okay. Okay, so then dropping down to our 4 hour. Again, pretty similar structure. So we're basically getting a correction at this point. So looking for price to pull back. Flag forming there. And then I would look to sell for that continuation up in this area. My computer's freezing. Can you guys hear me still?
Yep, we hear you.
Yes.
Okay, my screen is completely frozen.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. All right, my screen's completely frozen. Does anyone? Okay, here we go. Okay. I swear I only have internet issues when I teach on Monday nights. That's it. Like, that's the only time that I do. Okay, so on the 30-minute, basically just looking for some price action to see how far it's going to pull up, and then I would just be looking for that continuation back to the downside. So basically, US dollar is going to be stronger than the euro at this point. Okay. So I'm going to pass it off to anyone who wants to go. Edna, are you ready? Do you want to go ahead and mark up right now?
No, not really. Not yet.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Priscilla, you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
Awesome. All right. Feel free to go ahead and share your screen. You can pick whatever pair you want. Or we had a request for GCAD if you want to do that one, whichever you prefer.
Okay, just 1 second. GCAD, correct?
We had a request for it, but if there's a pair that you would prefer to mark up, it's totally fine, whichever you prefer.
All right, so I'll just do this one over. So my monthly, I'm looking for my recent high and my recent low. So I'll choose this to be my recent low and my recent high. On my weekly, I'm looking for my trend. On this time frame, I see an uptrend. I'm gonna go down to my daily. I'll mark up this uptrend. We are due for that correction. I see that. 4-hour. I'll go ahead and draw this down. Right here, this is a critical area for me. Every time price hit this trend line, it went straight down. So I will go ahead and wait for this to shoot back up to this trend line for my correction and then catch the sale. Down all the way. So I'm looking for the sale all the way down to the.
Priscilla,
Yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Okay.
You started to draw from which time frame?
From my monthly.
Monthly. Then weekly, then daily.
Yeah. So my weekly. On my monthly, I was looking for my monthly high, my monthly low. On my weekly, I was what trend. Same
Okay.
thing daily.
Okay.
My 4-hour, I seen that downtrend. So overall, I will be waiting for a correction to catch the sale to the downside.
Thanks very much.
Say that again, please. I didn't hear.
I said thanks very much.
Oh, okay. You're welcome. And that's all I have.
Looks good. I would just say keep an eye out if you go up on that higher time frame.
Oh. Which one?
Yeah, you can go to the 4-hour, the daily, whichever. So I would say you're in an overall uptrend. So
Oh,
yep. So basically right now you're in that correction. So you're right in saying that we're looking probably for a sell, but overall we're going to be looking for that continuation up probably.
Up to the.
Probably back up to retest that high or in that area of resistance up there. Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Anybody have any thoughts on it? That was a great markup, Priscilla. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks, Priscilla.
You're welcome. I'm gonna stop my share now.
Anybody else want to go? Don't be shy. This is a safe place. It's a good way to learn in front of everybody. Let's see.
I still have the same problem. I don't have the computer now.
One of these days we'll get you on here.
Yeah, yes, man.
Do you have any newer people who want to take a shot? Or I can put Isaiah to work, or Kathleen. Randy.
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
Any pair we're looking at? What are we looking at?
We have one person requested GCAD, and then we just had someone request GN. So if you feel comfortable doing either one of those, or you can do whatever pair you're looking at.
Okay, GN. Did you say GN? Which ones are we looking at in the group in Discord? GN is fine. I mean, whichever that we are, and I saw we just looked at Euro USD, so.
Yeah.
Is there any request? I don't see the chat.
In the chat, there's GCAD.
You've got mail.
And GN.
All right. I guess I'll do GN.
Okay.
Okay. Getting myself situated here. So, where is it? So you did the share screen?
I'm sorry, what did you say, Kathleen?
You're gonna share the screen or?
You'll share. You should be able to just hover over and hit share screen.
Yeah, okay. All right, I think we're good now. So, all right, so yeah, my trading view got messed up. I don't even know if I'm logged in. Okay. All right, everybody can see my chart. Everybody can see my chart.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Yes.
right. Okay. So we said GN and CD. All right. So this is the monthly right here. We just follow the same process as everybody else. And as you can see here on the monthly prices right here. And the last time price was even close to there is right here, which was in 2018. So we can really say that, and the last time where prices right now was in 2016 right here. So we can just kind of use that as our guideline to oh my gosh, where's my, yeah, to mark up the tops and the bottoms. So for now, we can just put it right there. And where's my, do you see my, the little box so I don't have to keep going back here? I don't know what happened to my trading view, which was already set up. Anyway, so we go right there. Oops. Chelsea, do you know how to get my bar back on the?
Trying to look and see where.
Where is it at? I don't see it. Trading view just Does some
Let
weird
me
stuff.
look real quick. I did this one time. I turned mine off.
Your
Let me see
trend
how I
line?
turn it back on.
Yeah, sometimes TradingView just acts weird. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on here.
Try to favorite another thing again and see if it pops back up.
Oh, okay. So if you go down, like, okay, so on in your little toolbar on the left-hand side, see where the eye is?
Yeah.
Okay, so click on that arrow, click the star. There you go.
Oh, wow. There's always something. Yeah, there's always something. I don't even know what happened to I have everything marked up, but I guess I really don't mind because it makes us to get used to TradingView the more hassles we get here.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So thank you so much. So yeah, let me put this up here because it's kind of interrupting with everything. So we get the bottom and the top and the bottom right there. So we can really just like maybe watch this area here just for now so we remember. So that's our monthly. And then, sorry, I have to keep this thing here because it's, so, and then we go to our weekly and look at what's going on here. And what I do, I try to see what the market is doing. Let me hide this. Trying to close this. Oops. What am I doing? Man, what am I? Oh, my TradingView is really acting up today.
Hit that stock screener button and it'll minimize that.
It will do what? Which one? The star?
No, where it says stock screener. There you go.
Where? Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm having issues with TradingView today. So we're looking at the weekly. We have to really always be aware with our time frame. That's the most important thing. So if we look generally from the monthly, we can see that, you know, it looks like this was an impulse right here, and price is doing a correction, which is really like going up, but because this is a very high time frame, so we can really see like it's going up. So just to have a general direction, generally it was a drop and a correction on the monthly. And then on the weekly, as you can see, this correction here, this drop, and then the correction has been in a tunnel. Price has been in a tunnel for a while. And we do the trend, you know, like we look at the top-down analysis again. We see what's the close. We're trying, each time we're trying to get close to price as possible. So from this trend line here on the weekly, this is the lowest price was at, you know, like the really, let's say even here, because we want to be as close to price as possible. So we can look at it from here, and we already can see that it's on an uptrend. And I like looking to see also if there's any engulfing candles here that can give me something to show that it's really going up or it's just correcting. So generally, we can see that we can just mark this area here. The top and this bottom here, that's for the weekly. And sometimes if you don't want to get confused, you can change the colors. That's what I do, just to make sure I'm looking at all the trend lines. And so looking at the weekly, we can see that price is kind of in a tunnel, going up and down, but more making higher highs. And generally, we need to watch this as a correction when we go to the lower time frames, not to think that it's a buy. So we need to watch that as a correction on the weekly. So on the weekly, we expect price, as you can see, this is the weekly high, and this is the trend line. So it will probably come down here and hit back up again if it's still correcting until eventually it will drop. Eventually it will drop. So we go to the daily. And again, we do the same analysis, bearing in mind what we are looking for and what we are expecting from the higher time frame. So from the dailies where really now we really analyze it, and we can see it's still on an uptrend. So we get it right here on the daily, it's still on the uptrend. And this is the, on the daily, it's still on the uptrend, and this is the weekly high right there. So we are still watching that spot. And from that trend line, we can see that price, went up, it corrected here. And this is a correction. All this is a correction. It's not a very good flag because price went up and then it did a reversal channel. It went like it was going up. It's one of those tricks or price traps, like it was going up and a lot of people put orders here and obviously it just reversed. So this is all a correction, all this. And then it starts going up again. But as you can see on the daily, this correction right here, then price went up and now it's correcting. It's correcting. This is an ascending channel. In the daily. So it's already creating a flag. So we are expecting something like this. And watching this area. Because remember on the higher time frame, this is a correction. So that's on the daily. That's how it looks. We can assume this kind of an impulse falling, going back up. So it's hit here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, 5, 6 times, and went down, but it's not aggressively going down. So when it's not really ready to come and hit this trend line here. So it's gonna be playing here for a little bit. So on the 4-hour, now we start trying to look for entries, and that's when you try to look at, remember, you never want to go against the trend, and we are expecting this thing to drop once it gets here. But that doesn't mean that you can't take the trade. So, for example, this correction here is what, is that 323? 300 pips? Is that what it's saying? Yeah, something like that. So even the correction alone can fetch you some pips. So that's why we don't ignore even the smaller time frames, especially if it's going to the same direction as your trend. So we go to the, so on the 4-hour, price is on a correction here. And even if you look at the candles inside, it looks like this is an engulfing candle here, and the price is just kind of correcting. And you can also use this here just as to help you figure out what it's gonna do, and that's on the 4-hour. So if it's gonna do that on the 4-hour, then we expect it to do what we were expecting it to do, so before it goes back up to do that correction. That's the 4-hour right there. So it could do that. It's just a matter of looking at all the possibilities. So with that said, we can look at what this, when we start looking left, to see what price did here on these previous zones. So you can keep looking and seeing if there's an engulfing candle, something to show you that there was price action there. So you can go on the higher time frame and yeah. So this part where price is right now, the last time price was here, all this was going on. Price got here and it's just been playing here every day. These are all daily candles. Every day it's on a just hitting here, hitting here, hitting here. It made it out, came back right to the same zone again. So it's having a hard time on this zone here. And on the 4-hour, try to see. Okay, so from where price is right now, the last time it was here, it shot right up this here. You can see this engulfing candle here. So you can see there's a price action right there. So we expect that price is gonna do something when it gets here. So my pink is the 4-hour, and that is right where price is. So we need to watch this because it could decide to keep going up like here and just make this move right here. So that's just an area to watch. And if we look at it again, you will see that it could also drop. It could go either way. So we'll just wait and see what price is gonna do. And let's see what's going on here. On the 1-hour, it's in this zone. And from what's going on right now, it had a, it's not aggressive, it's gonna go up. it looks like on the 1 hour it's gonna do this, because this what's going on here is kind of a flat line. Do you think it's gonna drop, or it's gonna go one more up? It could go one more up here and then drop.
I would say it's probably going to go, just because it's consolidating there.
Yeah.
I would see it at least do a partial push up, because it's not aggressively moving down.
Yeah. It might go up for one more push and then, oops. And then, and then go back down. I'm trying to move this. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, and then go back down. So for it to go back to that zone. So you just keep watching and putting the alert. So we can go down to the 30 minutes and see if there's anything going on. And we threw an engulfing here. You see that, Chalcye? So I don't know. On the 30 minutes.
With it being the lower time frame, it's not as aggressive as we'd like it to. I really think it's gonna give us at least a push back up to like that, see with that middle area of the flag.
Here?
Yeah, like,
yeah, because
price pretty much is resisting there. So I think it's probably gonna push up one more time and test at least that area.
Yeah. This area here, because of this one here. See that? You see that?
Yeah, that midriff of that M.
Yeah. Let's see on the 15-minute. Yep. Yep. It already did that. Look.
Yep.
So I don't know. It looks, it's headed down. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can I say something too?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Kathleen, go back to your 30, right?
All right.
Okay, zoom out a little bit for me.
Out?
Yep, a little bit out.
Oh, out.
Yep, I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's perfect. All right, zoom in a little bit more. Just 2 clicks, zoom in.
In? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
2. That's perfect. So,
all right.
So with GN, right? So we did get that engulfing, but you know, we at that bottom of that flag you drew. That's a perfect flag. We see it clear as day, right? So that engulfing is good, but like Chalcye said, we might get that push back up, right? Now the cool part about that with the push up is that if you really look left, right? Look what you have here. You got a nice engulf candle zone where you see that top of the flag kind of respected. You see that?
Yes.
And look what kind of reactions you got when you come back across to like your right and current price. You kind of got price.
Or this area here.
Yeah. So I would just say like just kind of like watch there. It could make a newer high, but that for the most part is letting you know like you're around the area of the top of your flag. So and it might come up, it might not. Even if it does break down, that's cool because now we get the breakdown and we get a small retest and then we're in for the rest of the sell. So
exactly. So is this the spot here where we should watch out right there?
I would, but just understand like it could make a new high.
Yeah, I would just set an alert there, and then if it breaks through that area, then push it up to the next area.
Push it up to here. Then it will come here.
Yeah.
Which is this one? Where is it? This one right here. This one, right? This area.
Well, I would just really watch the top, the high of your last high in your flag, like just like how
Yeah, for now.
that same place where you got your arrow going up to, it could come right there, and then like then we'll look to sell. That's perfect.
Okay. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And once it comes down here, let's continue with this one. So if it comes down and are we looking at this area here?
You've got mail.
Right here?
For the what?
For the drop. We're looking for a drop.
Well, if we get a break out of that flag, if we get a break out of that big flag you drew, then
Yeah, this one. The green one or the purple one?
The purple one you drew. Yeah, if we get a break out of that, we can just probably take it down just like how you got it. Yep.
Okay, all right. Oops. If we get out of a break out of this one here. Yeah, but then I'm wondering, even if we get a break out of this one, we have to be careful, or we should head all the way down here. Do we need to watch out because there's nothing else down there except here now, this area?
Yeah, and you even have a zone, like if you look left there, I mean, yes, we're on the lower time frame, but price struggled
Yeah.
in that area. So
Yeah. At least for now.
yep.
At least for now. And we are together in the group anyway, so we can always update each other.
Awesome. Awesome job. Thank you so much, Kathleen.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Does anyone else want to go?
You're welcome.
There, you want to drop some heat?
Kathleen,
Yes?
I wanted to ask you about those dots. How did you know? You see the dots and the arrow? Where do you get them? Can you just show me?
Sure, from here. And you can add them. You see, do you see this?
Yeah, okay, yes.
Yeah. So no, the arrows, you get them from there. Those are the arrows. Here you can do anything. You can make an art with your work.
Okay.
You know, like if you don't like writing words. And
Because
then for the arrows, you just get them from your bar here, from that bar. Remember the bar that I was asking Chalcye where mine is, this bar.
So you
And
just
you
take
get
those
them from
dots.
on the side here. You can add to this bar your favorites.
Okay.
You know how to do it. Chalcye has been showing us all the time. You just come here and you select the ones that you want. You see the yellow here on my.
Yes.
Those are the ones that I have marked as my favorite. If you put a star on it, then you see it added it right here.
Okay.
And if you want to remove it, you just remove the star.
Okay.
So then when you want to use them, you just pick them easier there than going on the side and looking for them.
Okay, thanks very much.
Sure. Anybody else? Any question? Any other pair? Anybody else wants to mark up? Anybody didn't understand this move?
We got a shy group tonight.
Yeah, I like Jen a lot. I'm looking at that now.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is John. I'd be willing to mark up if no one else wants to. I just got on, so.
Do you need a minute to get ready, or are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Just need to push the share button. I guess I'm gonna push the share button.
All right, Kathleen, if you want to stop your share, John will go ahead and go.
Sure, I just did.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're
Thank you.
welcome, dear.
Thanks, Kathleen.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Great. Yeah. Thanks for letting me do it. I just, like I said, I just literally hopped on about 10 minutes ago. So if there's somebody else out there, I can, but otherwise I'll do it. So I just picked one, just real quick, AUD USD.
Okay.
No preference as to why. But we're going to move our, go to our highs and low. I'm on monthly already. So I just select my highs and low. We're here on the low. And high, just pick up in this area here. Then we'll go to the weekly. And please, if anybody wants to provide some input, I'm more than willing to receive. So I like to do different colors because I'm partially colorblind. So having different shades helps me to put those aside. So I know that this particular shade of color is weekly. So going in a downtrend, then we'll go to the daily. And it's going in a uptrend. I know I get kind of mixed up in here a little bit. So what I tend to do too is if I'm kind of questioning where it's going down, because I can see where there's down and I can see where there's up, and it's kind of in the middle, and I question it. What I'll do sometimes is I just bring on the Ichimoku and just confirm what I'm doing, and then I just take it off real quick. So looks like we can come on with a downtrend from there. At that, and I'll change the color. So I know that is the daily. Then I will go to the 4 hour. Looks like it's making a flag there. So just draw that in. Then change my color. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll just clone it to let me see the barriers or the borders there. Looks like that's pretty clean there. Okay, so looks like it's coming up as doing. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me stop that. Can y'all hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I got a trade going on and it must have hit a certain area. Okay.
So you trade from your computer?
I'm sorry.
Do you place your trades from your computer?
Yeah, this is from my computer. Yeah, I'm trying to get it to stop making the song. I can't make it stop. I'm sorry about that.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay. It'll stop there in a second. Okay. All right, so we're at an ascend, looks like an ascending channel. So I'll just mark that. I wish I knew how to stop that. And then I'll just change it so that I can identify it a little easier.
To stop what?
I'm sorry?
Oh, you said, I wish you knew how to stop what? No, that's fine.
Okay. Oh my goodness. I think I know how to stop this. There we go. Okay, let's get back to this. Okay. All right, so what I also do, and I'll take a look at this and try to set some some what I see is maybe some zones in there, so some support and resistance. I'll put that in there. So I'll do this for a few key areas that I see. And then I'll look around where price is to see if I'm seeing anything there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And let's go to the 1 hour, reset it. A little closer here. It's going up. That's key zone there. And looks like it's going to drop. So it's about 170 pips to this area here, which looks like it might be a key zone as well. Something going on in that area. Well, I would be looking for it to probably drop in this ascending zone, this ascending channel here, drop down, and then probably look to the left a little. Okay, probably go down, try to get more of a better entry or a little more close area. Just drop to the 5 and see if there's anything that spots out that might be a little too. Let's go to 15. Right around in that area there. So I would just put a little line there. Take a look, put an alert on there. And maybe even put an alert on here. And wait for it to hit. And then possibly take it for a sell.
Awesome. That looks really good. I
Yeah,
like how you mark
that
your
was good.
zones
Thank
off.
you. Yes, that was a great idea. Different colors. Thanks.
Okay, well, this is good. I just want to be able to make this to implement some of this. So we'll keep on. Thank you for the opportunity.
Absolutely,
Let's
John,
share.
you did great.
All right, thank you. I need to release the screen.
Yep, you'll just hit stop share. Perfect. Would anyone else like to go? All right. I'll do 2 more. I know Melisha asked for GCAD.
I'll go. I'll go.
You'll go? All right. Go for it.
Cool. All right. I don't even know what pair to do though. Give me a second. I'll just click a random. I'll do EN. So from the monthly, can you see my screen? Yeah.
Yes, we can.
All right. From the monthly, I'll box in price, highs and my lows. Right. I don't really like a trend here, so I'm gonna just down. Could say this is an uptrend, but I don't really like that either, but I'll just leave it there. EN, this is a downtrend right here, but this could also be just one big flag right here. So if I break it down even more, it's in a key zone, so I just watch price and see what happens. See a 4 hour. Downtrend. Shoot, this would have been the flag. This would have been the flag. Flag right here. If anything, we need a flag right here. Like 100. Here. Since we are in the key zone, I'd say watch price. I'd break it down to a lower time frame. If I see price going up for a flag, I'd look for a buy. But if anything, I just watch. What you think?
That was so fast.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm serious. It was good. Like I could follow along, but that was great.
All right,
So
I'll redo it. So
That was good. It was quick, but it was good.
yeah.
oh, I'm sorry. So from the
You're
monthly,
okay.
I just boxed in price, my highs and my lows. And then on the weekly, I didn't really see a trend I liked, right? Because it was looking a little crazy.
Yeah.
And then I went down to the daily, and I could kind of see this as an uptrend if you want to look at it like this, right here, right? And then so I broke it down, and this I saw it as a downtrend, but you also got to keep in mind that this could be the flag for this uptrend right here.
Right.
So and it's also in a key area. If you look right here, you see all these wicks. So if it is a flag, you gotta take into consideration that it might actually just go up for the continuation. But that's why I said we watch price. But I actually, I see, like, if I broke it down, I would see this as the flag. This a flag right here, a flag right here. Oh, it's not clean, but this is a flag right here. And so I'd kind of want a flag right here. If anything, you could catch this right here. If you break it down to lower time frame, if you catch it like right here for the buy and it does break out, then we'd have a good position.
Right.
Okay. Retest, and then we'd be good. It'd look nice.
Sure. Awesome. See, I'm getting so many good ideas from y'all tonight.
That's clean. You know, like
Yeah.
smooth. Clean.
For sure.
Yeah, cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Fire.
All right. Anybody else? All righty. So I'm gonna volunteer my husband to do gold for you guys. Gold and I don't get along very well, but that's his baby.
Let's see if my wants to go first.
I'm gonna do GCAD and then he'll do gold. Okay. So monthly, I'm looking for my highs and my lows. Weekly, I'm looking for the overall trend. Right now, I see that it's an uptrend, but if I look left, I have an impulse, correction, continuation, correction. So essentially, we're in a weekly correction right now. On my daily, just gonna box this in. because price keeps rejecting that area. So knowing that we're overall in a correction, I don't really like trading in the middle of things, so I would want to wait for some price action. I see an impulse here, correction, so I'd be looking for it to continue that push down and then see what price is going to do when it pulls back down into that area. But my overall sentiment is that it's going to eventually continue to the downside. Thoughts?
Yep, I'm looking for the same thing. That is clean. Looking for the same thing.
All right.
I follow.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks like USD CAD, right?
I'm sorry?
It looks like USD CAD.
It was GCAD.
Someone marked.
GB.
Yeah, someone marked it up earlier.
My alert keeps going off for OddCAD. Okay. We'll do gold. All right. I'm gonna let Lorenzo do this one for you guys. Lorenzo doesn't usually talk, so you guys are lucky tonight. Yep.
So I'm sitting here playing my game, just chilling. And I hear my name, and now I'm charting just that fast. Hold on. So on the monthly, I'm doing my highs and my lows. Go down to the weekly. How she has her thing is different from mine, so hold on 1 second. Okay, so you got a really nice thing going with gold. think it's gonna come up and retest this high. Sorry, I'm blind. I don't have my glasses, so I need to see these candles. All right. Sorry, I'm not very interactive. Like I said, I wasn't really prepared. No, we want to trade off the daily, but as you can see, I mean, you got some pretty nice flags here. Looking for flag, looking for it to come up here and retest this area right here where it had all this resistance up here. This came to this area multiple times and it pushed down. So it's heading in that direction right now. Wait for your pullbacks and then for it to pull up. Yeah, it's just set up beautifully. You know what I mean? Your flags are really nice. As long as it keeps doing that, going up, it should go up there and retest that high. Yeah, I like gold a lot. Anybody else seeing something different or?
No, I definitely feel that too. It looked like it's going to retest that high, and then from there we just watch and see what we get.
Yeah, absolutely. So man, once you get up to that high where that resistance zone is, see if it can break through that, or then after that, hopefully it don't. So then after that we can start walking it back down. So yeah, I definitely like this a lot to go up here and retest that. So everything about it is set up perfectly. You're getting really nice flags. Look at them. These are some nice flags.
So because gold moves so fast, do you normally with the other pairs we mark them up on the daily? So do you mark it up on the 1 hour?
Yeah, if I'm getting into it right now, but if I'm just seeing where overall I'm looking at it for a go, like if I was looking for an entry or I was looking for something, I'll go down to the hour. And then once I get on an hour and I get a good flag, I got a good flag that I can look at, then I'll look at the 5 minute to get my entry on that on a lower time frame. But if we're just looking at like an overall picture of where we think that this might go, because from here to there, it can go. It could be a lot of different patterns that get thrown in there. When you're on your way up, you're looking for either a flag or an ascending channel or something like that to kind of tell you where you're at in the market. But I think, you'll get some variations of those on the lower time frames, but it'll ultimately get up to that top.
Already busted through that. So the next area of resistance will be pretty much there. And then that top.
Yeah, so on the way there, you're gonna get a lot of, you're gonna get all kinds of stuff happen. Like even if we look at how we got here, we had our impulse flag, impulse, another flag, impulse, and then it did this weird, that deep correction like that. Then it came back up. So you're gonna get some different things, but the thing that you want to do is, wait for your flag, and then after that, drop to your lower time frames and see what pattern is giving you before you can get your entry.
Yeah, also if you look left, you'll see that it did the same thing it did there on that spike up and down for almost a year.
fall there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gold ranges sometimes. It does what it wants to sometimes, but when you get it trending like this, it usually goes where it's supposed to go. Now it'll take you for a ride while you're going there, but this is giving you some nice flags and going up. So
It's aggressive.
they're just moving up very aggressively. So that's why I say it's all signs points to it retesting that high. And then once it gets to that resistance area, it's going to be key to see if it can break through that zone, or if it breaks through and then retest and see what it does.
Awesome. Thank you, Lorenzo.
Thank you.
Heads and shoulders upside down.
Okay. Any descending channels in there? So here, got a question in the chat asking, I mean, this pretty much was a reversal right there, because you had your impulse, descending channel, and then your reversal. And now you're getting correction, continuation, correction, continuation. Okay, and then let me see, I'm just looking in the chat real quick. Good night, good luck on your interview tomorrow. Okay, and then Edna, so.
Thanks very much.
You're very welcome. So what we mean by looking left.
Bye, folks. See you sometime.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
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 So when we say look left, basically we are looking at where price has been before. So when we're looking at the market currently, we want to understand where we sit as far as if we're in an uptrend, if we're in a downtrend, if we're at an area of support or resistance, or an area of supply and demand. And as you get down into the lower time frames, you can basically look left and see where price has been before and how it reacted. So as you can see here, by looking previously, when price came to this area, it rejected off of that area. So that's a strong, strong area of supply. So it's a strong area of sellers. So basically price reversed and then came back down to this area. And then here you can see when price was here before, it continued shooting up. When price came here, it basically reversed into that area. And now we're going back into that uptrend. And you can see that on any time frame. So looking left just allows you to see areas that price, yep, where price will come to, and you'll have different patterns that you'll see as you go through, and like the completions of those patterns and things like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're so welcome. All right, I am good. If anyone else wants to mark up, we can do one last one. If not, I think
I'll try to throw one up there for you guys. How you doing this evening? This is Cliff.
Awesome, good. How are you?
Doing great. How's everyone?
All
good.
Right.
All right, give me a
My
second.
share, and Cliff,
Okay.
you can go ahead and go.
Now we're good. So let me pull up. Yeah. Is that visible? Can you guys see that?
Yep, looks good.
Okay. This is I don't know if you guys did the British pound and the Japanese yen or not.
We
but
have
I'm
not.
gonna mark this up. So we'll start with the monthly. And what we're looking for here, we want to see the recent high and low. So we'll pull that up. And I see this one, and I see here, and looking at it, this is still within 2019, so it's recent. That's the high and low for the monthly. Let's go to the weekly. Do this quickly. What I see on the weekly, we're looking for a trend. So this is like an overall, get this. That looks like an overall flag for the whole thing, and then it just dropped off. But because we're in the weekly, we want to see this trend right here. Everybody see that? It's an uptrend.
Yep.
That's in the weekly. So I'll take a quick glance back at the monthly. It looks like it's kind of consolidating overall. Got a good flags right there and then dropped off, and now we're going back for another flag here. So that confirms the uptrend. This was the weekly, now we're going to the daily. Again, this line right here needs to be slightly adjusted. I'm gonna have you guys teach me how to push that over, but that's where I would readjust that line for this upward trend here. And at the end, right at the end, it's like a ascending channel. Let's put that on there.
If you zoom out, it'll give you the ability to see the top of your trend line, and then you can readjust it. And then there, so if you look from this standpoint, basically the uptrend that you're in, we're in a correction for the overall downtrend. So you had a flag, now you have your impulse down, and basically you're getting your correction.
Okay. So I think we have an extra line down here we don't need. We'll come back to that. I'll do that at some other time. So now we're going to go to the 4 hour. And I like this trend line. Look at that. That's just going straight up. Look at this on the end. What does that look like to you? Just it's kind of flat.
Yeah, that doesn't really look like it's going all the way up to me.
Doesn't look like it's doing much, right?
Yeah. And if you look at your
It
map,
just loses down here.
you're not getting a lot of momentum. If you zoom out a little bit, you'll be able to see more of your chart and the candles and how price is moving.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello?
I can hear you.
Is anybody there?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you.
Okay. I was talking to you on my phone and it went dead, so I didn't know what was going on. I have my headphones in. What I was saying before I lost my audio is that the end right here, it appears like it's going up. Since we've been talking, it looks like it formed a little red right there. So I was saying, what would we be looking for here before we would try to enter this?
Can you reset your chart at the bottom there so we can see more of your candles? There you go.
Oh, let's see, we missed the move then. We missed out all that. You already did it.
Yep, but since we're in an overall downtrend and this is a correction, we could be looking for the sell from the top.
Okay.
So I would just watch and see if you get a reversal pattern.
Okay.
And then look for that entry there. Anyone else have any thoughts or anything on this one?
No, I think you pretty much summed it up. If it's at the top, and it is, because that's where price is right now, more than likely it's probably going to go down. Because I already have that candle in the center right there. Look at it. It's pretty much what you've all been teaching us. You see that candle got covered. It's got except for the
wick projection.
Yeah, except for the wick projection, it's covered up.
Yep. Yeah, so I would just look for like an ascending channel or something to create there. It looks like it is probably, if you drop down to the 5 minute, it's probably a little bit of an ascending channel that's starting to create there. And then see if it's going to pull back down. But I would wait for a good indication.
Also, if you go back to the 15 minutes, if you look left all the way, you'll see that area where there's an engulfing.
Right
no,
here.
Above it, where price is right now, on the left, right there. Right there.
This one here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is covered up. It is engulfed. Right on the price line too. So you can you can expect this to drop eventually. It's going to drop. Okay, I think that covers it.
Awesome. Great job. Thank you.
So do you think it's an uptrend? So is that a correction or it's going back down?
I think it looks like it's, it made that push up.
Remember, what time frame are you what time frame are you looking at? Are you analyzing from?
We were on 15 minute.
No, go to the daily.
The daily had a clear uptrend right here.
Yeah, but what do you see? The impulse.
So right now,
what are you expecting now? See? You see?
I can't really tell. I think it's gonna go back down.
Yeah, but yeah, because that's a correction of the impulse. You see the impulse on the daily, right? See where the MA cross? See where the MA cross?
Right here.
Up the MA. No, in your chart.
Oh, the cross
This
right
side,
here.
the candles,
Oh, the candles
the candles.
crossed up here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the other thing too. When this is over, I want you to help me change the color on these signals, because I believe one of these are supposed to be red up here and down here.
When you see that the MA, the 50 and 9 cross, you have your MAs there. Yeah. The 50 and 9 cross, so it's on a downtrend. And if you look at the MACD, that's the same spot where it went down. Exactly. So you can draw a line there and up, and it should be the same exact area where you get your drop. So for the retest is where the MACD crosses again on the 0 line, on the MACD.
Here.
Yeah, the 0 line. The next, no, on your right. On your right.
Oh,
Yeah.
down here.
For the retest. So once it hits, if you follow those two, blue and orange, once it hits that and starts coming down, then it's the continuation.
Okay.
Look left, look left. Yeah.
Catherine, I
That's
want you
what
to
you
help me
want to
change the
see.
colors.
That's what you want to see that on the right side.
Here.
On the MACD, on the right
Here.
side.
Okay. I get that now.
Plus, if you go to the 4 hour, yeah.
It's kind of they're not really separated very well here. Just
Yeah, but you can see its price is going up and the MACD is going down. So what's that?
Convergence.
What Jamie always talks about. Divergence.
Convergence.
Divergence.
Oh, divergence.
See, price is going up and the MACD is going down.
Yeah, I see that down here. It's on the bottom.
No. The orange and the blue line. What you want to use this MACD or the other simpler one? The orange and the blue line, that's the price and the signal.
Aren't those supposed to be blue
So
and
when the price is up, the orange line is above the blue line, it's selling.
Is that line supposed to be red instead of orange?
It doesn't matter.
I want it red.
And then you can change it. You can
Yeah,
change
because it's
them to any
confusing to
color
me to
you
have it
want.
orange like that.
Just right click on it.
Where is it? I must have missed it.
Go to settings.
Where do you see settings here?
Right click on it.
There we go.
You can change it to whatever colors you want. Just click anywhere outside of it. Click outside of it.
Guys, that's better. That makes more sense to me for some reason. Okay.
You can
Looks
change
better.
the other one too, then they can look the same. Make them both blue and red.
Okay.
And the
Much better.
50,
Thank you.
you can make the 9.
This one here?
No, the 9. You can make it blue or leave it like that. It's up to you how you want to see them. So if you look at it now, you can see that the blue line is above, but when you look at the MACD, the red line is above. So that's divergence.
That's divergence. Because
Yeah.
price is going up here and the MACD is going down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you see how it's going down?
I see how it's
Draw the
going down.
line on the MACD. You can do those later on your own.
How's that look better now, right?
It's up to you.
Well, I like it better with it blue and red. That makes more sense to me. But like you were saying, this is down here and the price is
No,
going up there, right? No?
it's not down there yet. Look at the blue and the red lines. That's the price. It's not even reached the zero line yet.
Oh, okay.
You know where the zero line is?
Right here.
Yeah. That's where you look at. When price reaches there, that's at 0. If it bounces back up, then the retest is going back up. If it goes below, then it has changed the trend. It has changed from the uptrend to the downtrend. That's all it is. It's so simple.
Is this an example right here where it broke
Yeah.
that zero line?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it stayed
As
down
long
here
as it's below the zero line, it's selling. As long as it's above the zero line, it's buying. That's it.
Okay. Well, all of this indication is all buying from
So
here
now
to
you just wait until the price hits the zero line, and then you look for your entry.
Okay. It's that simple,
And
huh?
then you look for your entry. You look for the break and the retest. Remember?
So Cliff, I'm gonna request remote control just so that we can show everybody visually what Kathleen's showing, just for our new people. So if you can accept it when okay. So basically, there is your zero line. So we're waiting for price to cross that zero line to show us how the market's going to move. Now, if you use the EMAs and the MACD at the same time, in this example, you see where price crossed the zero line here?
Yes.
See how the EMAs crossed right there? And basically, we went from price moving in an upward direction to we then went into our downtrend. And then here, again, price crossed the zero line. And we got our good, strong impulse a little bit late, but it basically changed that direction. So basically we're waiting for price to cross this 0 line to give us that confirmation for the continuation to the downside. So we want to wait for these EMAs to cross, as well as your moving average indicator to show that price is actually going to retest this 0 line and move back into a downtrend.
Okay.
Does that help?
A whole lot.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's good, Chalcye.
Thank you so much. I got that.
Okay. So
I'm gonna turn this back over to you.
great job, Cliff.
Thank
All
you.
right. So we've been on, it's been almost 2 hours at this point. So I am going to call it a night. I appreciate everybody for having the courage and taking the opportunity to chart. I think we looked for some pretty good opportunities tonight. So hopefully you guys are all taking notes and will help get those opportunities for yourself this week or your team this week. And if anybody has questions or anything, you know where to find us. And I appreciate everybody hopping on tonight. I hope you guys all have a great night, and I will talk to you soon.